I'll back you up. Let's Dance and Busted Stuff make their first ever appearances at Jones Beach. The DMB post-show stream starts now with some stats about this previous SPACK weekend.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm singing.
What up? It's your boy Constable 34. What did you guys think of the show?
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
And why was Bayou the worst song?
No, it was the best song.
Okay.
What up? It's your boy ConserViz34. This is the SPACK Setlist Observations video. I want to thank my boy Zach S. and the DMB Almanac crew who helped me fact check or double check some of the stats here. This first one comes directly from Zach. He sent this to me during the show. The last time that DMB had Warehouse, Nancy's, and Seek Up in that order was July 30th, 1994. That's before SPACK Night 1 of 2024. So almost literally 30 years close to the day of when that happened. Impressive.
Oh my God, it's raining and it's SPACK Night 2. Maybe we'll get JT. Oh wait, we got JTR when it was dry because that's what happens at SPACK. Yeah.
SPACK Night 1 did get JTR. It was the third performance in the Buddy Strong era that's since 2018 that the full band put together here. It did not rain significantly on Friday, so it was a dry JTR, which is rare, but it's SPACK. Zach also did some research and found that Fool to Think and Spoon that came night 1, that back-to-back sequence has only happened one other time ever in the band's history. That was Pine Knob 2013. So very rare to get that back-to-back combo. That is a heck of a combo, a highlight of night 1 as well.
Marcus, what was your favorite song?
I would say the first. You know what? Oh wait, this is going
Bayou
live.
or was it When the World Ends?
I didn't know it was this type of interview. Guys, listen.
After 55 shows, I got my first ever Fool to Think SPACK Night 1. My boy John Dix went to 10 of the first 18 shows of the summer tour. SPACK Night 2 was his final show. 10 shows, no Jimmy things. That's awesome. And guess what? You have to go back to 2005 to have less Jimmy things through the first 18 shows. There were 4 Jimmy things played this tour through 18. In 2005, when we look at summer tour specifically, there were 3 Jimmy things played through the first 24 tour stops. Less Jimmy thing meant John got 2 Seek Ups, 2 typical situations in the shows he went to. I believe less Jimmy thing allows for more long form songs to highlight the horns and highlight the rest of the band better than Jimmy thing does. Great song, just needs to be reduced for this year and every other year.
There was no break free, there was no liberations, but there were a lot of songs that have not been played frequently, like Rhyme and Reason, and to get a full last stop here versus we got teased so much at MSG the last couple of years. Like we were being sold the world during Valentine's Day. Man, I'm gonna be a great man, I'm gonna be Cap. But this year we got the full last stop. That is the most, that's completed.
Yeah,
that completed this show.
That was a solid last stop.
And you and Med wasn't played.
One of the big critiques of this specific weekend from people at home mostly was, the encores weren't as strong. And listen, you could argue, yeah, they didn't have a 2-step to close out, and So Damn Lucky is not the best song, in my opinion, as a deep cut lover, to close out. But when I tell you So Damn Lucky had everyone, as far as the majority of that crowd was singing and on fire, it hit in the venue. And I'll say this, Sam Kinninger comes on from Lettuce and Soul Live, solid sax player. They don't do Jimmy. Bruh does his thing on What Would You Say. We get a Boa, we get a JTR, we get a You Never Know, we get a Fool to Think. Shout out to Liv from Buffalo. Her and her man Justin were out there, and she completed before these crowded streets. She got Spoon, and she got the full last stop to get that badge on DMB Hub. So this was the year of completion. This felt like they were giving us stuff that SPACK hadn't gotten in a while. We got stuff removed that typically is there. A Jimmy thing, a You and Me, a Shake Me Like a Monkey closer. None of those things happened, and instead we got long form jams like Seek Up and typical situation. We got special moments like You Never Know and Fool to Think and Spoon. We got a last stop in its entirety with the crowd clapping their hands in unison to close out that special first ever last stop main set closer. So say what you want about the set. I was there and I had a ball as someone who's critical of these set lists and loves deep cuts. It's your boy ConcertViz34. I hope you enjoyed this set list observation SPACK edition.
It's your boy ConcertViz34 back at home.
What up? What up? It's your boy ConcertViz34.
Yep, so your boy ConcertViz34 coming to you here.
What up? What up? It's your boy ConcertViz34. Aria. Okay, so this is Aria, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your love for the Dave Matthews Band.
I've been a fan of the band since April 28, 1998, and if you recognize the date, that's when Before These Crowded Streets was released.
Alpine is definitely a better venue than Summerfest, but we'll take it. I think I've been going to shows for about 20-something years.
I always tell people, like, compare DMB to now to when I first started, and I got started, in my opinion, I feel like I got started late. Like, I was at the very end of the band's prime. I feel like that 03 to 06 was like the end of the prime. 07, 08 was like, you know, we're at the very end, and then when Roy passed.
But Dave really, this is the thing, Dave has put, where Sean has been assigned the quarterback of this team. He is the coach, the play caller. He designs the jams. Dave just shows up and plays whatever he's going to play. Strong Island, what up? Nassau County, what up? Suffolk County, what up? Hempstead, what up? Freeport, what up? Shout out Smithtown Nissan in Suffolk County. Shout out to all the WFAN Mets fans calling and crying from Long Island. Port Jeff, what up? Amityville, what up? Elmont by the racetrack, what up? Shout out to the Throgs Next Bridge, charging arm and leg. 495, what up? Shout out to all the Long Island Parkways. Glen Clove, what up? Oyster Bay, hometown of Billy Joel, what up? Shout out Brand New. Taking Back Sunday, what up? Ron Konkama, what up? West Babylon, what up? Huntington Station, what up? Stony Brook, what up? Long live the Nassau Coliseum. What up, what up? It's your boy ConcertViz34, and Long Island has a lot of traffic, and that's why I don't make the trip really at all. One year I'll get out to Jones Beach. I love going to Flyers Islanders games at it used to be the Nassau Coliseum. Now it's at UBS Arena. But Long Island is an interesting place, but it's got its charm. But again, it's got its traffic and high taxes and unaffordable places to live. Anyway, shout out to Long Island. I have spent many nights visiting friends at Hofstra and grad school and going to hockey games. Coming from Connecticut. This is also the venue where John Mayer saw his first notable concert, which was Dave Matthews Band at Jones Beach. I believe it was around 95. Mid-90s, John Mayer's first major concert that he remembers was Dave Matthews Band at Jones Beach. Guess what wasn't played at that show? I'll Back You Up was not played at that show because tonight was the first ever I'll Back You Up at Jones Beach. First busted stuff ever for this venue was played tonight as well. And of course, Let's Dance, which is just coming into the mix. R.I.P. David Bowie. That one makes its debut for this venue. This show is like one of those major tournaments in golf after the Masters or the U.S. Open. And we have one in Connecticut called the Travelers Championship. Although that has a great environment. The players love playing there. And so it has that feeling because the band's coming off of a major weekend and pulling up to a venue that's still in the state of New York, but it's not SPACK weekend. But what you get with this, just like the Travelers, which again, Travelers Championship, it's a PGA Tour event. But Sunday at the Travelers is, again, the players love playing that Sunday at the Travelers who decide to play. I think Rory backed out this year because he was a little crybaby because he blew the U.S. Open. But nonetheless, what it can be is you have a lot of fans who this is going to be their only golf event in Connecticut or in New England, unless they go out to Boston. I think there's one out there. So you have a lot of people who this is what they look forward to because this is the only convenient stop. And Jones Beach is the same way. For people who live on Long Island who are diehard fans like my boy John, not John, my boy Zach S, who comes on here, he tapes. And then Robin, who's going to be on, she's sending me a video that'll be on the way. They travel outside of Long Island for shows, but there are many fans who won't leave New York City or Long Island to chase D&B around. They just go, if they're in Jones Beach, maybe Homedale, and then the Garden. I actually saw some pictures and someone was wearing their Big Apple Madison Square Garden t-shirt from last year to this show. Like, just a picture of the merch stand and that someone was wearing that shirt behind. And this venue was packed tonight. But this venue has a lot of people who stay only at this this location, but it did have fans who travel across country, but they're in the minority. And so there are highlights here to me. I think anytime you get busted stuff, that's a great thing. PNP into Pig, which, by the way, Pig was not played at all, nor was busted stuff. Those would have been great repeats from last year. Like they played them at SPACK last year, both of those songs. Or at least they played busted stuff, right? Those have been great songs that would have just brought SPACK's weekend to a higher level. Although, again, I had a great time. But they're played at Jones Beach, which is pretty interesting. ABI, again, not played at all. Lying in the Hands of God, not played at all at SPACK or Black and Bluebird. None of those songs played at SPACK, but they get to Jones Beach. So those are great songs to have on any set list. The other thing that's interesting, while only 3 Big Whiskey songs, Big Whiskey has been sharply reduced for this tour, but it sees some love here at Jones Beach. We get Squirm, which was played, I heard, at Alpine this year. We get Lying in the Hands of God, and we get Spaceman for this show. So those are the three. One thing I did notice, it appears they're kind of pushing through Spaceman. They're not extending out that solo. I'll be interested to see how long this Spaceman is. And maybe I'll have to do a deep dive into if they're shortening it for sure. I got to look back at the history. But I do think Spaceman is a song that you need to get in, get out, and get gone, to quote John Mayer's Assassin. I think you got, like, Spaceman doesn't open itself up to a long form performance over, like, I think the verses and the chorus, play those through and then call it a day. Michael T says, so when do we get a shotgun again? I don't know. It was a special thing for SPACK last year, and I really don't know when it's going to come back. It probably evokes some emotion for Dave. I don't know for sure, but I don't know. But speaking of things that we don't know when we're going to get back, Jimmy Thing was not played yet again. I was chatting with some of the folks from the Almanac last night, and I was trying to just have someone double check my work, but I'm like, I can't find where the band went. Now it's 19 shows. We're at show number 19. And only 4 Jimmy Things have been played. How, like, is there any other year? So I'm running through manually, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to look at summer tours because I don't have the time to look at every single tour. And the summer tours are the biggest ones of the year usually. I'm going to look at U.S. summer tours. And here's what I found. I found that the Caravan, which was only 13 shows, the Caravan had more Jimmy Things through 13 than this current tour through now 19, and before today 18 shows. And the only summer tour in the United States that had less Jimmy Things through 18 shows was the 2005 summer tour, which they were promoting Stand Up. 3 plays of Jimmy Thing through 23 shows. At the 24th show, they played their 4th one. Or no, 24th. I think it's the 25th one they played there. Let me double check that. But because I had it on the video. Yeah, and that was the folks at the Almanac. We were chatting it up and just trying to make sure I get some extra people to fact check the fact checks. Yeah, the 4th Jimmy was played on the 25th show. The 3rd Jimmy was played through 3 Jimmys were played through 24 shows essentially. So Jimmy Thing has gone missing, and I think it actually is a great thing. It's a great thing that Jimmy Thing has gone missing because it allows the band to play on other stuff, and it opens up at least 10 to 12 minutes, if not more, of a show. So this is, again, just an interesting show. I'm looking forward to see what people have to say about the show, and we'll see what we get in here. I may have to go through some other stuff before we get to, because I have nothing in right now. But Robin was going to send me a video, and we'll play that. I do want to look real quick at X because Brett Manzo did kind of post some things. If you're in the chat and you went to the show, let me know what you think. But I want to pull up X here and see what he said. Okay. Oh, Brett says he hopes this is a live tracks. I mean, that's his opinion. He was at the show. I don't think this is a live tracks. I wouldn't say that. there's it's a solid show for the circumstances. This is the first show since SPACK, but I wouldn't say this should be a live tracks. So what did Brett say? He said first show. So his first show was in 2017. Just to give you context of when he started out. Dave and Tim at Jones Beach. Since then, he's been to 15 shows, and this was one of the best, if not the best. He's 24 and happy he got to see some this awesome band. Setlist was unreal. Flow was good. Crowd was into it. He went to SPACK, and he says, I don't know. Jones Beach might have been better. That I'll Back You Up was such a great surprise, and that 3-song opener was good. Okay. So first show was 17, 15 shows in, and this was a highlight for him. I think one thing that is missing from both SPAC shows and tonight is just that knockout closer, a 2-step or last stop, or anything with Halloween. It could be an Ants fake to Halloween. It could be a too much fake into Halloween. But thank you, Brett, for sharing your opinion. Again, I want to hear what other people think. So as someone, he joined Dave and Tim 2017, 15 shows in. This was a highlight for him. So he's saying 41 Don't Drink PMP Pig. And I'm sure a lot of the crowd liked that run there. Everyone loves Pig. 41 is a universally loved song. Some people may miss that violin. Me personally, I think the sax solo in 41 is missing as much as I love Tim. And Don't Drink to me is a wash. I know it's a very popular song with a powerful message. That intro, I would rather imagine that intro. Obviously, they had to switch guitars. I would love that Don't Drink intro to go straight into the Stone. I think that would actually be a cool thing if they did that Don't Drink the Water. Like imagine if it was 41, the Don't Drink the Water intro to fake everyone out, or just to lead into the Stone, and then they do PMP Pig. That would be arguably one of the best runs of the year if you swap out Don't Drink and you play Pig. But Stone is a hard song for Dave to play. It's taxing on him, so maybe they, I don't know. Don't Drink is an easier song for him to play as far as his strumming and his chording. Walk Around the Moon makes its first appearance in 6 shows, which is a unique thing as well because we got a lot of that the last couple of tours. Obviously, it was out in 21. Walk Around the Moon, the album, comes out in 22, and then last year, no. Walk Around the Moon comes out in 2023. It was supposed to come out in 22, but it ends up coming out in 23. So it's getting a little bit of a reduction. Still 7 plays, which is a lot, but Pig has 7 plays there. Another observation, Squirm has been played 3 times. You and Me has only been played once. That's a good, as much as this was, and if this is one of the Big Whiskey heavier shows with 3 plays, they are, they're playing a lot of the lesser pop, like the deep cuts from this. I mean, I would consider Spaceman a deep cut from Big Whiskey because just of how little it's played. Squirm is popular. It's quoted like the kindness, make kindness your king, and you'll live, all that stuff. But it's not played as much as like Why I Am, You and Me, and like Shake Me Like a Monkey. Those are like the ones you think of. Those are the ones that are kind of like the radio hits. But the band sounded good. I mean, I listened on the Couch Tour. Darren was right there. I listened also into Mike, my boy Mike's stream for a little bit. He was leaning with it, rocking with it from I think 202. But shout out to everyone who was live streaming. And let me see. Let's see. All right. I'm going to get Robin's movie. And we'll see if we can send it to my computer from my phone. All right, we got like 2 minutes from Robin. And thank you, Robin, for sending that in. If you guys go to a show, message me at me on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, ConcertViz34. I'll check your video first. I got to make sure it's good to go. And then from there, I'll play it. But I want to hear from Robin. And then my friend Renee is supposed to be... she's also supposed to be sending in a video as well. Let me get this video. I'm going to still talk to you guys, but I'm going to get this video. I need to rotate it because it came in sideways. These feelings won't go away. Baby, I can make sideways. Shout out to Citizen Cope. All right, so we'll do this. Will be DMB review, Robin's version. That's what I'm gonna do, like the Taylor Swift Robin's version. All right, and then I'm gonna get that set up. But let's see what else. Yeah, Eggville on Twitter. If you guys are there, while we're setting that up though, can we please stop trying to like figure out if or when Alanis Morissette is going to play with this band ever again? First of all, if it happens, it would be a great moment. But like every time Alanis is like within 3 states of Dave, someone's like, do you think they're going to play? Someone thought Alanis was going to play today. They were so like infatuated with the idea that Alanis Morissette could come and they do Spoon again. Right, which I'm not opposed to, but there's been a bunch of times in the last couple of years where they've been at the same festival, different nights, or they've been nearby, and it hasn't happened. And if it does happen, it could happen. Like if it does, then great. But people are like, come on, guys. Someone was like, is Alanis going to be at Jones Beach? She's in Boston. She's in not Boston, Mansfield. She's actually in Mansfield. And then people are like, well, she's got Toronto like this weekend. Oh, is she going to stay in Mansfield? Probably not. She's got to come to New York, I think, and then go. She's not going to go back to I mean, who knows? If I'm wrong, oh no, I was proven wrong and got spooned with Alanis. Great. But like this whole like manifest, like, come on, guys. Come on. It may happen. I mean, Mac had leaked. Crazier things have happened, but like, come on, guys. If somebody is in town the day before and they have like 3 or 4 open days, it's possible. But even in those cases, a lot of times these tours are set up so the band is always on the move. Any band, it's not just DMB. They're always on the move. So if their next show, let's say a band's next show is in Chicago and they finish up, it's in 3 days, they'll be in Chicago, but today they're in New York City. They may stay in New York City, but that's the least likely thing. Typically, they're going to keep moving. They may go to Chicago. They may go to Milwaukee and check out Summerfest. They may go to Pennsylvania. So, some people may go hang out, someone's mama lives in Pennsylvania, so they go see mama, and the rest of the band goes here to Chicago in advance. So it's very like these artists don't hang around for 3 or 4 days to do a collaboration. They're always on the move. They're always being pushed forward to the next city, even if there's days off, and there's limited days off in general. So listen, there are guest spots, but a lot of times, a lot of these guests that you guys see with DMB, they're in town for a couple of days or it's their hometown. I mean, Warren last year, he has a crib out in Westchester County, I believe. Don't be looking it up, creepers. But he has one in Westchester County. He has one in North Carolina, right? So when he's at the crib at Westchester, you may see him at the Beacon with Tedeschi Trucks. You may see him pull up to Jones Beach, or you may see him go down to North Jersey in Homedale, which is just across the bridge, really, not too far from New York City. But like, and even other guests on the DMB tour, a lot of them, they live in that town and they just happen to be off, right? It's not like, very rarely do people come on like, oh, Kenny Chesney's gonna show up to Alpine. No, he's not. I mean, he may, but a lot of times that artist is in that city for like they're in there for an album, and they're there for a month, or they're in there because they live there. Like, that's what it comes down to. But like, all this manifesting, guys, stop it. Get some help. The Jordan thing. All right, I'm gonna set this up here, and we'll get this review. And then I'm gonna transform. We're gonna rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. And I'm just gonna test it out here to see.
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the wrong one. But give me 1 second. I'm gonna, let's see. Yeah, we gotta move it counterclockwise. Yeah, take the webcam off. Properties, we gotta fit it to screen. But thank you guys again for tuning in, and I hope you guys like the poster. We'll get to that in just a moment here. All right, let's see. All right, so we're gonna, hold on, we're almost there, guys. This is why I need a director. Anyone want to be a director? Anyone want to intern? All right, so we're gonna, all right, we need to transform. All right, there we go. And then we got to fit the screen. All right, we're almost there, guys. What are people saying? Someone says Drunken Soldier. Does someone want Drunken Soldier tonight? Oh, you just naming off stuff. Oh, Brett is in the chat. Brett, this isn't gonna be a live tracks. I mean, it's probably a great show for you. This shouldn't be a live. Like, we need a couple more. We need like a better opener, or like 41 with the sax solo. But it's great that you did enjoy this show. And even you said it's on par with what is it, SPACK. I think the thing is with this is it has a couple songs that maybe would have helped SPACK, as far as P&P and the Pig one of the nights would have been huge. You have that Busted Stuff, which anyone will take, even though it was played last year at SPACK. Anyone would take that. Transform, we got to fit the screen. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Why is it not? All right, let me just try this, guys. This is live from New York. That's not it. Transform.
So,
all right. Thank you guys again for your patience. I'm just trying to get this situated. Let's see if this will be better. Oh, there we go. We'll just do that. We'll do that. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Robin's thought process here. And we'll go from there. I mean, her review. This is Robin's version. DMB Jones Beach, Robin's version. Let's take a listen.
So, just got back from Jones Beach, 50th show. I didn't really have any complaints from the opening, where it was like 41, Don't Drink the Water, Walk Around the Moon, Squirm, Spaceman, into like Minarets, stuff like that. I always love a Dancing Nancy's. Ants. Those are always great songs. I have horrible sunburn from being out since this morning. But yeah, the show was great. The band's energy was great. The crowd's energy was but I was all the way up top, so I don't know how specific they are with getting up and dancing around, but I was dancing around. So yeah, as far as like the sound goes, everyone sounded great. I had no problems with the sound quality. I know a lot of people had issues with the sound quality when, like, I think it was SPACK night too. They were saying that they didn't sound that great, but the amphitheater always sounds good, so it wasn't too bad. And I'm just really happy that I got to see them play where I love to see them play. So it was good. And yeah, I can't really think of anything. There wasn't any like surprises or anything like that. So I just had a good time, which is all I needed. So happy 50th show. Love you, Dave. Bye.
All right, that was from Robin. I got the mic back on now. 50th show for her. Shout out to Robin.
It's 50. It's 50. It's 50.
And so that's a great milestone there to get up to 50 shows. And appreciate her thoughts there. I guess the big surprise would be I'll Back You Up. And I forgot how long it had been. I thought for some reason there was one of those in 22, 23. But the last one, I'll show you exactly what the last one looked like. This is where I was, the last one. Look at your boy. Now, listen, at the beginning of the show, I was on the rail. For most of the show, I was on the rail. But listen, when people, they had to show them signs. Hey, sorry. That was a nice couple from Michigan to my left. But they had to get that sign up there. And then lady next to my right, again, great during the show. But they was like, yo, hey, I need these signs up. So I had to slide through the double screen just to even be seen. But I'm like, I'm trying to get out, open to the top of the key for that, give me the shot at the top of the key. Oh no, actually no, I was trying to defend the shot at the top of the key. The guy I'm defending is getting up there. I gotta get up there and block, get a hand up. Brett says Jones Beach needs a live tracks. I mean, last year's show, just having Warren there and having that Big Eye Fish and Lion Our Graves, that one to me was, and again, I wasn't at either show, but even I talked to a couple people who were there, and I don't know. I mean, I think that there's a lot of quality songs mixed into the last 2 years of Jones Beach. I still think Spaceman's it's just a weird kind of thing in there. I like that Madman's Faking the Minarets. And again, there's going to be, there was no Bayou, there was no You and Me. That's one thing. This show, you could say Spaceman, some people probably went to the bathroom during that. But as much as I look at this show, it's interesting because there isn't like these, oh no, this song's coming. Digging a Ditch to me, I love that. I think it's a beautiful song. Some fans who like high energy may go for that. I know, shout out to Lauren. Lauren Madera is sick of Let's Dance. She said, hey, I've danced. I don't need to hear it again. 11 plays of that. I think it's probably the best newer cover the band has, but hey, some people don't want any covers. They want people to cover the album, cover their catalog. What would you say? It's nice to get that back. I'm enjoying that being back in rotation. And then Nancy's Warehouse to Ants. I still think Crush, I prefer Crush in the main set, but people love Crush. The majority of the fans at any show are going to love Crush. I just don't think it should be closing out shows. It closed out Mansfield, I believe, last year, and a bunch of shows last year. We can actually take a look, but I think I was at Mansfield where it was closed out, and I was like, eh. So if we look at this, and let me move myself. Thank you for letting me move myself again. So you guys can see the later dates. Let's see. Oops. All right. So it closed out. What was I 629? Is that Mansfield? Closed out the Gorge Night 1. Look at all these closeouts. Yeah. So 769, 629. I think I was at 629. Is that? Oh, that's Milwaukee. So was this the show? Oh, this was Oh no, that's Forest Hills. I thought it closed out. Oh no, that was Rapunzel. Rapunzel closed out Mansfield last year. Oh, so Brett says last year's set had slow songs. Okay. So you like more of the up-tempo stuff. I know Cortez can be polar. They did Melissa and Cortez last year. That can be very polarizing if you're not a fan of those of Allman Brothers or just the Neil Young cover. But look at all those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the same time, Crush allows for fans to leave early. And for a venue like Mansfield, I'll be going to Friday. That's a venue where, it is beneficial to have a Crush close out and you can just beat the traffic is bad there. If you've never, I'll talk more about it on Friday. Friday's show will be about 2 hours after it'll be late because I'm driving straight back to the crib. Brett says also he has yet to get a bartender. Yeah, they did that Big Eye Fish, but they into Lion Our Grave, so he hasn't had a bartender at all, let alone a fish tender. Hopefully you get it soon. Got to come to SPACK. They played it at SPACK 22. That was 2022. Yeah, you got to go to SPACK. All right. But yeah, so you see that Crush was played a lot last year. But I think I'll Back You Up is the highlight. And to me, I'll Back You Up is the ultimate example of less is more. This is the first song that Dave wrote ahead of like this idea for the band, shows it to Carter. And to me, it's just a beautiful song. It's simple. It doesn't have all the complexities that some like You Never Know, which is another great song. I'm not saying, listen, I love You Never Know, but it doesn't have even really the Dave-ish full-fledged signature. It's very simple, but it's beautiful. And as much as, again, the reason that I look at a song like You and Me, like at a certain way, even though, again, y'all like it, it's cool. If that was your wedding song, it was played at the Grammys. But the reason I look at a song like You and Me sideways is because Dave wrote I'll Back You Up. Like, he wrote I'll Back You Up, and then you get a You and Me, and we're going to teach the kids to fly. Like, nah. What I've always loved about Dave is he's been practical and realistic, and just like, that's what I'll Back You Up is. It's like, hey, it's steady as we go. Same thing. It's a realistic song. Good time, bad, we got to be steady as we go. It's going to be hard. And I'll Back You Up is just beautiful. Getting it at Mohegan was awesome. Got it at the Gorge in 2019. I think I got 5 I'll Back You Ups. But it's such a beautiful song. I wish it was in more E1s. Encore 1 spots here. And for this one, Carter, Dave, Stefan, and Tim were there. So I love I'll Back You Up. Many fans do. And it should be played more. It's simple. It's so easy. In terms of the challenges that Dave goes through on a daily set, it is easy. So is Some Devil. Some Devil is an easy song to play too. But I will say has Rye Whiskey been played this year? I feel like it hasn't been played full band. It was played in Europe for sure. Let's see. We're going to check Rye Whiskey here. I like Just Breathe getting more plays. And I'm seeing like at the show I was at, there's only been 1 Rye Whiskey. Yeah. 1 You and Me, 1 Rye Whiskey. These are great moments of progress for this band. I also realized All You Wanted Was Tomorrow was only played at Tampa. Only one cornbread. Now, of course, you know your boy got it. Bayou Cornbread. That was like, ooh. That was like Britney Spears 2007 challenging, but the crowd loves those songs. Hey. But I like that one. Two Can't Stops. Again, I like how they've been just bring some of these songs down. But 8 crushes so far. Let's look at some of the leaderboards of song count while we're waiting for Renee. I may have to play Renee's tomorrow because I'm trying to, there's not much more we could talk about. Well, there is, but we're at 45 minutes. So PMP is the highest. Let's Dance at 11. Wow. Let's Dance is the new Sledgehammer. Getting them high counts. But I like Watchtower going away too. I mean, that's just me personally. In the last couple of weeks, I don't think it's really been played. 5 plays. But it wasn't played SPACK weekend. That's all I know. So PMP, oh, you guys can't see. Let me slide over again so you guys can see. So right now PMP's with 13, Let's Dance with 11, Warehouse at 10, Madman's at 9. Just bring it down in the earlier round. Nancy's at 8, Crush at 8, Rapunzel at 8. You Might Die Trying at 8. Ants, So Much to Say, Pig, Too Much, Gray Street, World Ends, Bridge, So Damn Lucky, Stolen Away, Walk Around the Moon, all have 7 plays. We go down here. Some of this, I mean, you guys can look this up on the almanac, but for those of you who may not, I don't want to look at all these stats. Here they are, right here. Spoons got 5 plays. Lion Our Graves and Spoons 5 apiece. Great to see that. Last Stop at 5 got a 5 piece as well in ABI. So it's great to see those coming in. Lee R says, I'm sort of opposite of last year's show, which was deeper cuts. This year had more fan favorites with a few nice gems mixed in. ABI back-to-back years at Jones Beach is a treat, but great show. Yes, which didn't happen at SPACK. The place where ABI was liberated, it didn't make a comeback here. And really, this show, I'm looking at this, there's not a lot of... this show doesn't have a lot of hits. Yes, it has Ants. I would say that the big hits or power plays, 41. Oh, I guess it does. 41, Don't Drink. You could say Pig. 41, Don't. I guess it does have more. Gray Street. Yeah, so there is. Nancy's Warehouse. Yeah, there's more. Where the previous show, this is going to be the previous show at the venue. Oh, let me slide this over. All right, so this was last year. Oh, Virginia and the Rain opener. Oh, those were rough. Those were rough, but I love that song. But those definitely, people was pulling up like, what? Did I go to the right show? Kelly wants Alligator Pie to come back. I really don't care. Like, I think Alligator Pie is a waste of a liberation in the sense that there were other songs that should come back before it. The first one I can even think of from that same session is Beach Ball. Give me Beach Ball. I know, and again, it's probably too boring for some fans, but give me Beach Ball over Alligator. Like, and I know some people are trying to complete Big Whiskey. The Alligator Pie is the last song I need. But I just think Alligator Pie with the resonator guitar, that's not what I go see Dave Matthews Band for. It's a fun studio song, but I don't need to hear it live. But hey, Kelly, you're not alone. A lot of people want Alligator Pie to come back. Like, you are not alone. I just don't want it back. But this is why we have these conversations. Some people want it. This show, though, I will say, though, this show has, yeah, it did have a lot of Hello Again, Big Eye Fish Liner, Cha Cha, Boa, ABI, Break Free. That's a run. And then you had the two-step set closer. Encore's a little interesting there. You got Ocean the Butterfly at the E1. Melissa Cortez back to back, 2 liberations, 2 covers, Allman Brothers Band cover, and then Cortez is a Neil Young Crazy Horse, or is it just Neil Young? Want to send our best to Neil Young. He had to kind of, stop his tour just for health related issues. We are, every year we have legends who have to take time away and just stop touring, and then we have legends who pass away. And Willie Nelson and Neil Young seem like they've been playing forever, but especially Willie. Willie's been playing forever, literally. But we just want to send our best to Willie and Neil and their accompanying bands as, hey, they're old. And the tour is rigorous even on the youngest of groups. So... all right, let's talk about the poster. I'm going to go back to the next show at venue. We go back here. Let's talk about the poster because I think this poster was let me just change it out. All right, so this is the poster for tonight. We'll slide it over a little more just so you guys can see the full thing. So this poster, to me, I'm a sucker for venues in the poster. I am a sucker for venues in the poster, and this one has the venue in the poster. Brett, thank you for letting us know there. Thank you for, again, I appreciate all you guys with Boots on the Ground. Poster did sell out. It did sell out. Okay. But this is Zeb Love. I tagged the wrong guy. It's like this dude, like, why is everyone replying? It's at Zeb_Love on Twitter/X. And I like, some people were criticizing this because there's like all the fish are cluttering in. They would rather have it more open where you could just see the sun shine brighter in the water. And Brett says Jones Beach finally got a good poster. They've had some unique and quirky posters. I remember Pinball Wizard. There has to be a twist. They've had some birds. I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. Nelly Furtado, amongst other ones. But I just love how you have the venue out in the distance. I bought the Alpine Mumford poster from the original Alpine Night 2 just purely on the fact that the venue was in there. And of course, Mumford makes good posters, at least for my taste. And so I love the venues. It would be cool to have, like, whether it's a region or the full tour where every artist is asked to put the venue in it. And of course, if it's like next year, the Chicago one, it would just be a trash can for Northern Island. They would just have a trash can as the centerpiece of it because that's exactly what Northern Island is. What did I say that? Are we live? No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Alpine though. I don't mind the fish being there. I think it also just adds to like this cycle of life. These flying fish flying over the sun. On some Icarus flying too close to the sun, but they live, instead of die. I like this poster, and I think it's great that Jones Beach got this one. And it's just, this is the type of stuff I like to see from my personal taste. Again, there's going to be stuff I don't like even the night 2. The night 2 from SPACK, not my favorite poster, but I understand there's a market for the Mazza Poppins, Mazza Mary Poppins, right? So yeah, that's the poster. I'm still looking to see. All right, I'm checking in on a video here just to see if we can get this in from Renee. All right, all good, Renee. If you're watching, hi, Renee. And oh, let me see Michael. Let me see. Did he want me to play this? I don't know if he wants me. I don't know if Michael's video. Yeah, I don't know if Michael. Let me just download Michael's video. And we'll play it. Michael has everything he had. Yeah, we'll play it for you guys. Let's see. Let me get this over to my laptop. And I hope this Mansfield's going to be tough. I may have a lot of time or I may not have time, and it just depends on, like, I'm working from my grandma and grandpa's crib out in Massachusetts. Then I'm coming down. I should have time. And if it rains too, I ain't going out in the rain. Or if it's lightning. If there's rain, I don't mind. If there's lightning, I'm staying in my car. I will not try to be some tough dude. I don't mess with lightning. All right, let's see. Mike's. I should call it Mike's song. Tawika Pod Groove. Shout out to the fish fans out there. Mike's review. We'll do Mike's review for this. You guys can't even see these titles, right? Not that it matters to you. I'm just gonna play this straight up on my screen. Let's see. We'll play this, and then this is very quick. So I'm gonna take myself off. All right, so you guys can listen to Mike. I'm gonna go away. Goodbye, guys. I'll be right back. I'm a ghost now. Just kidding. Let's
go. What are we thinking? Dude, what a ripping set. All right, so, old school, right? Not much mixed in. I'd have to look at the set list. What do we have? Dude, Man was fake. What do we have new? Very interesting. I gotta look at the set list, but I think it was. So you're going back heavy all of July? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Huh. I don't know, we'll see. I liked it. Ripped along. It stayed up the whole time. It was a really good show. ABI, Line Heritage ABI was really good. What else was really good? Crush was good. What was the big one? Lover Lay Down. No, excuse me, I'll back you up. Not Lover Lay Down, I'll back you up. I'll back you up. It's amazing. That's a favorite of mine. I think that's that.
All right, so that was so he did love "I'll Back You Up." I would say that's the biggest shocker though, and I know Mike is just kind of the set list. When I go to shows, I'm the same. I'm like, what did I hear? What was that? What was that? But yeah, "I'll Back You Up" is to me the biggest. Obviously, it's the tour debut, but I think that's something that people want, and even online, people that have already been to their final show or aren't in this part of the tour, like, yo, hey, what's going on, Dave? What's going on? Speaking of that, because I'm thinking of Stay and Leave, like we used to be friends, all this, and you're like thinking about, we used to listen to "I'll Back You Up," but you only play it in Jones Beach. It was out of my reach. What day is it? Except the day I don't have "I'll Back You Up" in the E1. Stay or Leave isn't being played. Some Devil songs are not being played. However, I'll say this, because So Damn Lucky is kind of probably the highest one that we have on the list. Let's go back to the song chart. I'll say this. Stay or Leave was something that I absolutely enjoyed when I heard it. My first Stay or Leave started in 2012. So it started in 2012 as far as my journey. And then breakdown by album. My first Stay or Leave was in 2015. That was my first pit show, Hartford 2015. I've always enjoyed just how beautiful it is on that raised B guitar, but it has been played. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I can just check here. I've heard Stay or Leave 13 times. So Damn Lucky 16 times. And my first So Damn Lucky was in 2014. So the first 2 years of me going on tour, I never heard it. But I think those songs have been played so much that them just being reduced is a good thing. Although, again, Stay or Leave is Some Devil is such a great album. But we start, like, listen, the So Damn Luckies are picking up 16 of those from me. Let's see, how many have I had in the last July 5th of this year? 1, 2, 3, 4 times in 23. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in 22. So I've gotten 4 in 22, 4 in 23, and 1 in 24. Before that, I got it twice or 3 times in 21. This is So Damn Lucky. Once in 18, 17, 15, 14. So yeah, I think what I would love to see, and this is why like people want these, like, I don't want Mother Father, I don't want Dreams of Our Father. I want Dodo. I want Trouble. I want And Another Thing or Little Thing, however you want to call it, place it. Usually it's Little Thing is because it's teased or partialed by Dave. I want Up and Away. I don't care about Kelly. Kelly knows. She knows this is my opinion. I love Kelly. I love all you guys out there with different opinions, right? Brett thinks this should be a live tracks. I don't think this should be a live tracks. I don't think the SPACK weekend show should be live tracks. I think they're great. We've got the Sirius XM, but live tracks, you need to have something that's bussing. And the next live track from this current band needs to be July of 2023. And pick a show. Or that Deer Creek 6:30 show. But anyway, neither here nor there. Okay. I would love to see a deep cut get like the first ever Dodo full band, because it's only been played Dave and Tim, Dave and Friends, Dave solo. I would love to see that. I would love to see a Beach Ball. I would love to see Kit Kat Jam or Crazy Easy. Like, that's the stuff that I really want. Like, again, this is just me. I would rather see that stuff than, oh, we got Alligator Pie, right? And like people like, I want to complete my album. I need Mother, Father, or Dreams. No, I don't care about completing albums because I need Alligator Pie. I don't care. Give us some quality songs that are going to flow better. All right. Give us some quality songs that are going to flow better. Get them out. and let's go. As far as if there are liberations, but I still think, man, like they're mixing things up from last year, and I know we'll probably end on this because I'm already at an hour, but there's a lot of, I think people were disappointed in SPACK in some way, like a lot of people from home and some people who went there because they saw last year's sets. But I think that the band is putting away stuff like we're not getting every day. It was put away last year, but continuing to reduce every day, although it's a special moment for Buddy, there's other songs that highlight Buddy. We haven't had Jimmy thing in a minute, right? I think these are great things. Yeah, you may go to SPAC for liberations. Yeah, you go to this show for liberations or this, that, and there hasn't been many. What, Black and Bluebird has been maybe the only one this year for the summer tour specifically. But I think that this band is putting in some solid songs. Again, Busted Stuff comes back, Pig. And that I'll back you up, man. Like ABI. And they did Line in Hands ABI intro, but they didn't do Break Free. They did Black and Bluebird after that. So, and What Would You Say is just a fun song. So we'll see what happens. This is the back-to-back. So you got today, tomorrow. Take this charger off. Today, tomorrow, and then I'll be at Mansfield. And then I'll be up at Guilford. By the way, I'll have some more information on this. But there will be an event at Wine on Main. If you are coming into the New Hampshire area, it'll be in Concord, New Hampshire. And my friend, Emma, who is actually a DMB fan. She's not just, no, she's a fan. I met her at Sound on Sound a couple years ago, and we've chatted up over the years. And so she'll be having an event on Monday. There's going to be a pizza truck. I'm there. I'm in there. I'm in there, dog. I'm in there like that Key and Peele. I'm in there, dog. I'm in there. So it's from 1 to 5 p.m. Wine on Main, free wine tasting, yoga in the square, live music, pop-up shop, food stand specials, and more. Now, this is 9 North Main Street in Concord, New Hampshire. So if you're coming from Point South, stop by on your way up, 1 to 5 p.m. If you're going to be out at Lake Winnipesaukee by the venue, it's on your way. If you're coming from anywhere south, here it's about 30-45 minutes from the actual venue. And again, it's the Monday. It's night 0, day 0 celebration, actually, 1 to 5 p.m. So you can be, what I love about this is 1 to 5 p.m. I'll be in bed by 9:30, right? But it's Wine on Main at Bicentennial Square, 9 North Main Street in Concord, New Hampshire. But a lot of different things. And again, this is a small business, Wine on Main, owned by a DMB fan. And there's a free wine tasting. Please drink responsibly. Yoga in the square. To me, again, I'm about that food. There's gonna be a pizza truck there, and there's be pop-up shops. But that pizza truck, that y'all, if you guys saw me Saturday morning, I had that real run for pizza shirt on at the Pod That Jane Likes podcast. So I am excited for that pizza truck. But come check it out. Come support a small business in New Hampshire. And it's free tasting, free wine tasting, free 99. Also, proceeds, I believe, let me just double check this. I'm looking at this here. This establishment, Wine on Main, does a lot. Oh, Animal Rescue League will be there collecting goods for the shelter. What's awesome is they did do a fundraiser previously called DMB and Dogs, but they had some posters that you could, donate. You could possibly win a poster. Proceeds go to the Animal Rescue League of New Hampshire to help animals there that are then taken in and then hopefully get their forever home. So shout out to Emma. Shout out to Wine on Main. I will be there at some point, 1 to 5 p.m., Concord, New Hampshire, Wine on Main. Look that up. Again, just to have that address again, in case you forgot, 9 North Main Street, Concord, New Hampshire. And Greg, aka Some Devil Socks, says it's wicked cool. So I will be stopping by there on my way up towards the lake. All right, let me end this. It's funny, the ones I want to have a short one on, I end up having longer. I need a shot clock, guys. Someone buy me a shot clock that goes off after like 30 minutes. I'll close out with Fool to Think. If you guys have SPACK videos, SPACK Night 1, Night 2, get them on a Google Drive, get them on Dropbox, or if you need my help, I can send you a folder to download it in if you really are computer literate. But this is Fool to Think. Here, we'll close out on this, and Multi-Cam will be on the way. I'm about 5 songs into Alpine right now, but once I knock that out, we'll get to SPACK Night 1, SPACK Night 2, and then we'll go from there. But thank you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's only a day away. This is Fool to Think. What up, what up? It's your boy ConcertViz34, and you're watching one of my videos of raw footage I recorded from SPACK Weekend 2024. I want to make multi-cams of both of these nights just as I did last year in 2023, but it doesn't just require me, it also requires you guys sending in videos. Message me on Instagram, Facebook, or X/Twitter. Short videos, long videos, vertical, horizontal. Send them my way. Message me. We'll figure out a way if you have issues. Preferred Google Drive and Dropbox links, but I'll help you out. Message me. Let me know. It's your boy ConcertViz34. Enjoy this song from SPACK 2024 Weekend. Peace.
Baby got me.
looked at me. I swear you did, but you looked away too quick. Was I fool to think that you were taking